Excuse me, are you there, Hazel? There's a car parked in our garage that we didn't put there. It's yours, isn't it? Why is your car in our garage?
Oh, that's right. I did mean to tell you. Sorry. It's just that I'll be borrowing your garage for a little while. But please, don't pay it any mind. I knocked on your door to let you know, but you were out. So I decided to leave it there anyway. Thanks a bunch.
I go out to the company for 5 minutes, and this is what happens? Why did you put your car in our garage? Isn't there a car park right next to your house that you can use?
I'm seeing a client at my house right now, so that space is taken. He couldn't get into the car park, so I had to move our car so he had some space. That's why I'm borrowing your car garage for a little while. Be a darling and let me use it until tomorrow, okay?
You're borrowing our garage? This is a little difficult for us, you know, Hazel. You can't just go letting yourself onto our property without permission, with your car in the garage. We can't get our own car in there. Would you please hurry up and get it out?
Sorry, sweetie. I can't move it right away. I hope you can forgive me. Don't worry, though. I'll move it tomorrow morning, though, so chill.
What? Tomorrow? That puts us in a seriously difficult spot. Me and my husband are going out soon and won't be back for the morning.
Oh, you are? Well, this is just perfect then. Just park your car wherever you end up staying. You probably have lots of money to spare since you don't have any kids. So be a darling and kill some time until the morning, won't you, sweetie? I'll move it before you get back. You won't even notice it was there.
No, that won't work. We need you to move it right now. We have plans of our own too, you know, and you're messing them up. The weather report said it's gonna rain tonight. Are you saying we should leave our car outside, exposed to the elements?
What's the problem? It's already a heap of junk anyway. A little rain is hardly gonna do anything after all of that thing's been through. Anyways, don't you think keeping a heap of junk like that in a nice garage with electric shutters is overdoing it a bit? Our car was not only more expensive than yours, but it's much prettier. It's a far more suitable candidate to be in there. You should be grateful we're finally putting your garage to good use.
Stop messing around, Hazel. Get over here and move it now. It's in the way.
You can harp on at me until you're blue in the face, but if I can't move it, I can't move it. And it's as simple as that. Like I said, I'll get it out tomorrow morning. You and your husband might be childless, but we do have kids to think about. So you should be grateful for the chance to help out a neighbor in a pinch.
What the hell does whether or not we have kids have to do with anything? Ugh, that's it. I've had enough. I don't have time for this anymore. Me and my husband are going out now. The house is going to be empty, so we're locking all the doors. We also have to lock the garage shutters for security reasons. Which means you're not going to have access to your car until we get back. Do you understand? Is that all right with you?
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. If anything, it's better this way. No one can vandalize it while it's safely locked away in your garage. My mind is at ease.
Well, fine. You said it, Hazel. I'm taking this as your official position on the matter, so don't come complaining to me later on. Whatever happens, me or my husband won't be getting involved.
Juliet, are you there? How long do you plan on being away from the house? It's dinner time already. Would you hurry up and open these shutters?
What do you want? I was asleep.
Not what do you want? My car! Give me back my car! C-A-R!
Oh, your car? What's a CAR? I don't think I've ever heard of those before.
Don't screw around with me, Juliet. Give my car back. I told you I'd be coming to collect it this morning. Hurry up and open the garage.
That's impossible. We just arrived at our destination. So you'll have to give up on your car until we come home.
How long are you going to be gone for? You said you'd both be coming back this morning, didn't you?
Who said we'd be back this morning? I don't remember saying anything like that at all. Me and my husband won't be coming home for a little while. We're staying in Japan for 3 months, starting today.
Huh?
Me and my husband are in Japan right now. We're on a business trip. You know how me and my husband work at the same company? Well, you see, our boss asked us if we'd like to do this one as a couple. We'll only be on work business for the first 2 months, though. They said we can vacation on the company's dime for the last month, an offer we intend to take full advantage of. Basically, we're on a sightseeing trip. So, I'm terribly sorry. But we won't be coming home for 3 months.
Huh? Wait, what? 3 months in Japan? You have to be joking me!
I'm very happy to admit that I'm 100% serious. Sorry. Good luck without your car. Look on the bright side. You'll get heaps of exercise. I guess one bonus of the flexible schedule that comes along with being childless is being recruited for exciting overseas business trips.
No! You can't do this! I need that car! How dare you leave for so long? What do you plan on doing about our car? It's gonna be locked away in your garage, gathering rust for a whole 3 months at this rate.
You can harp on at me until you're blue in the face, but if I can't move it, I can't move it. And it's as simple as that. I mean, I'm not even in America anymore, you know? I brought the key for the house and the garage with me, you know? Which is why the situation with your car is a little difficult. No, wait, not difficult. Impossible. Oh, if only I had psychic powers, I could open those shutters for you in an instant.
Stop it, Juliet! Is this all one big joke to you? Come back and open the garage, now! If you don't, I'll break the shutters. Is that all right with you? I mean it.
Do you know how much electric garage shutters cost? We're talking at least $2,500 at the minimum. I hope you're aware that you'll be paying for anything you break. Oh, and by the way, we have a contract with a private security firm. Which means that if you trigger the motion sensors on our cameras or break anything, the security guards will be there in minutes. The police will most likely come too.
Well, I'm going to report you to the police for stealing my car. I see absolutely no problem with breaking the shutters to retrieve my stolen car. I can't see why I should have to pay a fine for that.
The way you think is a little disturbing, Hazel. Do you have a criminal record by any chance? Do you, by any chance, fantasize about baseball bats with nails in them? Even if you did report me to the police, you wouldn't be allowed to enter my property to retrieve your car without my permission. If there's even so much as a scratch on those shutters when we get back, you'll be paying in full. I saved all of the chat logs from yesterday. The police will take one look at them and understand immediately that you parked in our garage without permission. I made it clear that I closed and locked the shutters before we left in my messages. If you call the police, you'd only be shooting yourself in the foot.
Well, what on earth am I supposed to do then? If I don't get my car back to its usual spot before the end of the day, I'll be in big trouble.
Hazel, I'm fairly certain I already explained the situation to you several times. Would you like me to tell you again? You won't be able to get your car back until we get home. Who was it who said, "Yes, okay, no problem"? Just give it up already.
Ugh, this can't be Please, I really will be in trouble. Please, just send me the key. Cash on delivery is fine, I'll pay. Just send me the key in the mail. You've got to be kidding. There's no way I could do something so careless. Anyway, me and my husband will be back in 3 months. Your car's battery will probably be empty by then. But please understand that it's completely your fault for leaving it in our garage without permission. I have work today, so I'm heading off to bed soon. It's the middle of the night here, you know. No, wait! I said wait! Please! You have to get me that key somehow. This is really bad. You have no idea. My husband will find out about everything if I don't get the car back. I have no idea what that means, but I'm tired. I'm turning off notifications from you because I want to enjoy this trip in Japan to the fullest. Good night. Hey, Hazel. Thanks for waiting. We'll be arriving back in America tomorrow. Our vacation in Japan was so much fun. Oh, I feel so refreshed. We bought tons of souvenirs, too. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I'll open the garage for you as soon as we get back. After all this time? Ugh, it's too late now. Too late. And it's all your fault. I'm taking you to court. You're doing what? Wait a second. You're not actually getting angry at me, are you? Obviously, because it's all your fault. Ugh, my husband found out about my affair because of you. He divorced me and kicked me out of the house. Oh, it looks like he's going to win custody of the kids. And I'm even going to have to pay compensation. What? Your affair? You were having an affair? Seriously? Wait a second. No way. Was it that client you mentioned on the day we left? My car was missing because you wouldn't give it back. Which made my husband suspicious. He started doubting some other things when I told him I couldn't explain why it was gone. Eventually, he put 2 and 2 together and found out. Because of you! Oh, you're the worst. I hate you. This is all your fault. There will be consequences, Juliet. Consequences! Come on, Hazel. No matter which way you look at it, surely the only one who's in the wrong here is you. I haven't done anything wrong at all. You're the one who took it upon yourself to borrow our garage without asking on the day we left for Japan. No, it's your fault for leaving your garage empty first thing in the morning. It's your fault for planning a trip to Japan without telling me first. It's your fault for locking up your house so I couldn't get it back. That's why this happened, and the only one to blame here is you. I'm absolutely taking you to court. You'll be paying the compensation that my husband is demanding from me. I hope you're ready for what's coming. Do you think there's even a single judge on the planet who'd give a claim that ridiculous the time of day? You'd be laughed out of the courthouse. If you want to discuss this in legal terms, I'm actually the victim of unlawful entry because you illegally entered my home. Shall we take it to court and see what happens? I'm kind of curious to see the judge's face when he hears how absurd your claim is. I'm pretty sure you're the one who's going to end up in mountains of legal fee debt. Ugh! I've had it with you! Just you wait. I hate you! Ugh, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this. It seems like your luck ran out the moment you left your car in our garage without permission, huh? Divorce, compensation, losing custody of your kids. Things aren't looking so great for you right now, huh, Hazel? And that's the mother of all parking fees. When me and my husband arrived home the next day, Hazel's husband turned up to collect his car and offered his sincerest apologies. He seemed deeply embarrassed and very kindly offered us some money for the trouble his wife had caused us. We politely refused because he did nothing wrong.
I mean, I did make my fair share of inflammatory comments to get a rise out of her, and I deliberately didn't tell her we were going away on business to Japan. And so, with the battery completely drained, Hazel's car was towed away by a recovery vehicle. Later on, the divorce was finalized, and the two of them hashed it out in court. Hazel was forced to pay her ex-husband about $20,000 in compensation. Plus, she lost custody of the kids. Finally, she was exiled back to her parents' house. By the way, as for what happened to our so-called heap of junk car, the original plan was to leave it in our garage while we were away for our business trip to Japan. My car fanatic brother-in-law had agreed to stop by once a week to conduct checks on the gas tank and battery and make sure it remained in good working order while we were away. However, the unpermitted parking incident threw a huge spanner into the works. Thankfully, my brother-in-law rushed over as soon as he heard about it and kindly looked after it at his own house. Being the car fanatic he is, we got back to find out it had been thoroughly cleaned, and even some of the older parts had been replaced. Both the interior and exterior had been scrubbed and polished to a sparkle, and it looked as good as new. Now, me and my husband are thinking about going on holiday somewhere with the States in our lovely, shiny car.
Mel, where are you right now? Where did your clothes and all your stuff go? Place is empty. Frankie's room too! Everything's gone! What's going on? Where did you and Frankie go?
Hello, Jay. I know this is sudden and might come as a surprise, but me and Frankie won't be coming back home.
What?
I met someone else. We're getting a divorce. Don't worry, I'll only be taking Frankie. You can keep Anthony.
What? Where the hell did this come from? What's going on? Why?
I'm doing this for Frankie's benefit. Let's face it, Jay, our son is a genius. He's always at the top of his class, he loves to study, he excels at every sport he tries, everything he touches turns to gold. He wins the school art and music competitions every single year, too. There's no doubt about it, he's genuinely gifted. Which is why I think he deserves to be raised in the best environment possible and receive a superb education worthy of such high intellect. That's why he needs someone who's capable of providing financially for him. Let's face it, Jay, that's not you, is it? I'm sorry, but our son deserves better than what you can give him.
What? I'm not filthy rich, so you're divorcing me and moving out with my son all of a sudden? I don't understand the logic. We have food on the table, do we not? I thought we were getting by. And why do you only want Frankie? None of this makes any sense. How do you think this is going to make Anthony feel? Have you even thought about that? This is basically the same as saying, hey son, you're not as smart as your brother, so I'm abandoning you. See ya!
It's not basically the same. That's really what I'm doing. He's a good-for-nothing dullard that will never amount to anything. He's a failure of a human being. Son or not, what benefit is there in having someone like that around?
What? How can you say that? Anthony is not a failure of a human being.
Yes, he damn well is. His grades are below average in literally everything. He sucks at studying, he's so clumsy he doesn't even get picked in team sports, he's useless. He never won a single prize at school. No, it's worse than that. He never won a single thing in his life. How could he be described as anything other than a failure of a human being?
Stop speaking about him like that! Anthony's doing his best. He works so hard and tries to meet your expectations of him. Just because he might not always meet them doesn't mean he's not trying. He skips on sleep to study, damn it! Besides, his grades might not be the best, but they did start going up over the last year.
Maybe they did start going up a little recently, but they're still only slightly above average. If that's the best he can do when he pushes his limits, he is obviously not cut out for anything special. Face it, he lost the dice roll. Frankie got the clever genes. All the study in the world is meaningless without results. Frankie's always been a natural at whatever he does. How did his big brother end up so useless? If we're honest, he'll only end up holding Frankie back. Do you want to end up with 2 failed children?
Come on, are you seriously saying we should separate them? They're brothers and they love each other. They get on like a house on fire. How do you think they feel about being torn apart? They're still in elementary and middle school, for crying out loud. It would crush them and you know it.
Frankie would be more crushed by growing up to be a failure and realizing it was all because he received the poisonous influence of his loser brother for far too long. We have to be courageous enough to make the decision now, before it's too late. Anyway, whether you like it or not, it's already decided. I'm taking Frankie because he's gifted. He's going to do great things one day. My new boyfriend is very wealthy. He's the CEO of a major donut chain, but he doesn't have any kids of his own. He said if Frankie can maintain his excellent grades until he graduates college, he'll adopt him and appoint him as successor to his company. And the cream of the intellectual crop, with the support of my new boyfriend, he'll be receiving a world-class education of the kind that most people can only dream of. Then one day, he'll be part of the business elite, the backbone of America. Which is precisely why he can't be allowed to associate with a pair of brain-dead morons like you two for 1 second longer. Me and Frankie are moving up in the world. And me and you will be cutting all ties.
Just wait a sec, Mel. You don't just get to decide something like this all on your own. I won't accept it.
I don't care whether you accept it or not. Whatever you say, I'm absolutely not taking his moron brother. I wouldn't if you paid me. I hope you and Anthony enjoy your new life together. It might be hard, what with you two having a combined IQ of less than 50 and all, but good luck. Goodbye forever. Hello, Jay. It's been a while. It's me, Mel.
What do you want after all this time? Go away.
I'd rather you weren't so rude. I was thinking of celebrating today, so I gave you a call. I heard the news about Anthony getting into med school. That's my boy. I always knew he'd do great things. He's got brains just like his mother. I can't tell you how proud this makes me.
Oh, that's strange. I could have sworn you were calling him every name under the sun when we last spoke 5 years ago. Good-for-nothing loser, brain-dead, a failure of a human being. You cast us both aside like pieces of trash.
He really was a failure back then, though. I mean, come on, Jay. His grades were below average. Let me tell you, though, I was astonished when I heard he'd made it into med school. My jaw practically hit the floor. But you know what? Deep down, I always knew that he had what it took to go the distance, to really do something amazing with his life.
You've got some nerve, woman. The only reason you want to snuggle up to him now is because he got into med school. I can read you like a book. You're as shallow as you are naive. He doesn't need you to celebrate for him. Now get lost.
Oh, wait, just wait. That's not all I wanted to say. There's something else we have to talk about.
There is? You mean you have more nonsensical crap to bore me with? Today must be my lucky day, huh?
Stop being so difficult and just listen. It's about Frankie. You know how his grades were so excellent back when I took him 5 years ago? Well, I'd like to trade him for Anthony.
Excuse me?
No one could deny he was the shame of our family back then. He was so clumsy, it was like he had 2 left feet, which naturally made him useless at sports, and his academic ability was even worse. But now he's in med school, I have absolutely no problem with acknowledging him as my son. Rather than betting everything on Frankie, whose performance at this point is so pathetic, he might not even make it past his college entrance exams. I think it would make more sense to invest our hopes for the future in Anthony, who's already proven he's the one who's going places by getting into med school. My husband agreed. He said if he's clever enough to get into med school, he'd have no problem with allowing him to live with us. Look, basically, you need to give me Anthony.
Wow. Just when I thought you couldn't sink any lower, you speak about our boys like they're racehorses.
I get it. Maybe there's a better way to say it, but when you think about it realistically, children are basically racehorses, aren't they? My life will change enormously depending on whether my sons succeed or not. It's only natural to want to hedge your bets on the promising one. You get that, right?
Like hell I do! You're twisted! Anthony isn't some tool is solely existing to provide you with a comfortable life. Not only did you snatch Frankie away from his dad and brother, but now you're trying to manipulate Anthony like he's some pawn on a chessboard?
Fine. If you don't want to give me Anthony, let's trade.
What?
I'll give you Frankie if you give me Anthony. Frankie might still only be in high school, but it is one of the most prestigious high schools in the country. I'll even cover all his tuition fees and send you regular child support payments. You can't say fairer than that. I think this is a really favorable trade for you.
Wow, just hold on a sec. You want us to trade sons? What are they, Pokemon cards? Are you insane? How could you do that to Frankie? I thought you loved him.
You'll probably find it eventually, so I may as well just tell you the truth. But Frankie moved out half a year ago.
He did what?
He was doing great until middle school. Top grades, always winning competitions and prizes. He was the golden boy. But when he moved up to high school, he met a girl on social media who clearly must have poisoned his mind. Because not long after they met, he left home. He did carry on going to school for a little while, and he did used to message me every now and then. But eventually he stopped showing up, and even if I went to meet him or lied in wait where he couldn't see me, nothing. I have no idea where he went and have no way of getting him back.
Frankie did that?
My husband flipped a switch. I've never seen him so furious. He invested so much in that boy's education so he could be his successor and inherit the company one day. To think all it took to destroy it was some bimbo. He threatened to divorce me if I couldn't get Frankie back.
No way. So the only reason you want Anthony is as a replacement for Frankie? You're using him as a tool to avoid getting divorced?
If I'm completely honest, yes. We had an arrangement. My husband, being childless, said that if I could provide him with an adoptive son and successor to his company, he'd promise me a life of luxury as a celeb trophy wife. If I don't hurry up and find him a replacement, I'm gonna be on the streets.
I didn't know it was actually possible for a single human being to be this despicable. You make me sick. I have no words. To think part of me actually thought you were being sincere back then when you said you were doing what you did for Frankie. Turns out you were only ever thinking about yourself. Does your selfishness know no bounds?
You can say what you want about me, I don't care. Are you gonna give me Anthony or not? I might not be able to trade him for Frankie, but who knows, maybe he'll go and live with you voluntarily. If Anthony can get into med school after being such a failure, anything's possible. Maybe Frankie could even become a respectable human being again if he lived with you. So what's it gonna be? Will you give me him?
You must be deluded if you think even for a second I'm actually going to go along with this. You're something else. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee. You're the one who got abandoned.
Huh?
You probably thought you were the one abandoning me and Anthony. But the only one who actually got abandoned is you.
What are you talking about? What does that mean?
Frankie probably finally saw through your unparalleled selfishness and decided he was better off making a life for himself rather than relying on his deluded and very likely sociopathic mother. basically, he had enough of you and didn't want to be around you a moment longer.
There's no way Frankie would ever think that about me. He's a genius. How could anyone so wise and intelligent have a negative opinion of me?
He left precisely because he's wise and intelligent. He probably realized that he was doomed to a life of being used and manipulated if he stayed with you. So he made a break for it and abandoned you. That's my boy.
Oh my god. After we spent so much money on him.
Anyway, I won't be giving you Anthony, and we won't be doing any kind of trade. In fact, Anthony is adamant he never wants to see you again. I also have no intention of letting him come anywhere near someone as dangerous as you. You can beg me as much as you like. I'm simply going to ignore you, and I will absolutely not be helping you. Leave us alone forever.
No, wait, please! I'm gonna be in so much trouble if you don't help me. Please, I won't have anywhere to live. If I can't provide my husband with a replacement son, his company will be successorless. What do you propose he do about that, huh?
Oh, is that my problem? Nope. That has precisely zero to do with me and my sons. Zilch. Nada.
Please, Jay, I'm begging you. Will you at least let Anthony meet my husband? He can do what he likes as long as he agrees to inherit the company. If he doesn't, I'm gonna get kicked out. I'll be homeless. Could you live with yourself? Be honest, could you?
Yes, very easily. It's actually kind of ironic, isn't it? You called Anthony a failure of a human being for so long, but ultimately, you're only capable of getting by begging from and sponging off of others. Looks like you were the one that failed a human being all along. After that, Mel showed up at my front door after driving a very long way to try and persuade me. Or should I say, my old front door. I'd moved house 2 years back and made a point of not telling her my new address. So I was surprised to hear from my old neighbor about the strange woman making a racket next door. Apparently, she gave up eventually, and her efforts to contact me and Anthony ended in vain. I heard she also went to the police to see if they'd help her find Frankie, but they told her no crime had been committed and refused to have anything to do with it. Ultimately, her worst fears came true. Her husband divorced her, and she was homeless. She somehow managed to scrape together the rent on a tiny cockroach-ridden apartment, and currently spends her days in the depths of poverty, probably contemplating where it all went wrong. By the way, there's something I should come clean about. Frankie moved in with me and his brother 6 months ago. The stress of his mother constantly restricting his freedom, combined with the pressure put on by him by her husband to take over his company, became too much to bear. In order to pull off this vanishing act, he pretended he met a girl online and had decided to go and live with her. Then, as he moved up to high school, he put together a bare minimum of essential items and came home to live with me and his brother. I know he's my son, but if I do say so myself, that was one hell of a move. I was in awe of his decisiveness and strength of will. With his mom getting divorced, he couldn't afford to stay at the original high school he moved up to, so he moved to another one near our house. Now, he's living comfortably while doing the things that he wants to do, living life on his own terms. As for Anthony, he was over the moon to be reunited with his brother. The three of us intend to live our lives in happiness and harmony from now on.